Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for the Dade County Weekly Update. My name is Carey Anderson with Dade County, and today we'll be hearing from Dade First Family Connections Director Martha Baker and Dade County Executive Ted Rumley. They're both going to talk with us about some exciting projects that are coming up in the future. As a reminder, our commission meeting is tonight, so you can watch that online. You can, of course, come in person to the Dade County Commission meeting tonight at the Administrative Building at 6 o'clock, or you can watch online on Facebook, on YouTube, or on KWIN. So that will be streamed in 3 different ways tonight, and it will be live and uninterrupted. Next, we're going to talk about community news. This is brought to you by the Alliance for Dade. George Williams is not here with us today, so I'm going to go over some of these dates for us. If you want to send us your upcoming events so we can add them to this list, you can text us your community announcement at 423-290-6655. We would be more than happy to add it to our community calendar, as well as put it on our update and talk about it on KWIN on Monday mornings at 9:30. Here are some of the save the dates that are coming up. You can see some of those in front of you. Of course, the Department of Driver Services will be here Monday. Everybody always wants to know about that. So lots and lots of save the dates there in front of you. Most of these are for March and April, so you can take a look at those. You can also replay this video later to get those dates. These dates are also on our calendar at dadecounty-ga.gov. Tonight and this weekend we have some events coming up. Tonight the library is hosting a manga club, so this is for middle school age children and up. So I think it's some sort of a graphic arts club. So you learn to draw characters and things like that from a manga artist. Also this weekend, this is an extremely important announcement to everybody in the community. I think the Girl Scouts are selling cookies this weekend, so that's a big deal. They're going to be selling those on the courthouse square at the gazebo this Saturday from 10 to 4. Also, an important announcement, or a special announcement from Dade Elementary School. They are now accepting pre-K and kindergarten registration for the coming school year. You can contact them at 706-657-8253 with questions for that. And the next thing we're going to talk about are all the 4-H announcements. They are really doing some major programs over there at 4-H over at the Ag Center, which is in front of the middle school. So sign-ups for junior 4-H camp, that's grades 7 through 8. The registration for that is March 1st through the 10th. Cloverleaf 4-H camp registration lasts through March 31st. That's for grades 4 through 6. Also, they're having their 4-H craft night March 14th from 5:30 to 7, and you need to RSVP for that by noon on the 10th. 4-H movie night is March 18th from 6 to 8:30. You can get snacks and drinks there. If you have questions about that, go ahead and give them a call at 706-657-4116. We also have some announcements from the Department of Health. They have asked us to let you know that they do have back-to-school services, and they are available currently. They include hearing, vision, dental, and nutritional screenings, vaccinations, records, and more. You can call 706-657-4213. They also have a Facebook page that you can check out at Dade County Department of Health, where they have this announcement and more. Also, the powdered infant formula recall for Similac PM6040 has been expanded. You can check Similac's recall website or call 1-800-986-8540 for more questions. So you can also call our local Department of Health. They'll be more than happy to talk with you about that. So I think that's all the announcements that I have. And next we will hear from Martha Baker, the director of Dade First Family Connection.
Thank you, Carey. As she said, I am Martha Baker, and I am the Director of Family Connection. And I'm going to share with you some volunteer agency announcements. We want to bring services that are offered in the community and let you guys know about them. So first on that list is Tri-State Food Pantry distribution is set for tomorrow. If you would like to help load the boxes to go to the satellite location, you can be at Sand Mountain United Methodist Church from noon to 1 to help load the trucks. And then from 2 to 4, they'll be on Lookout Mountain at West Brow Fire Department. And from 3 to 5, they'll be on Sand Mountain at the United Methodist Church to distribute. If you would like to volunteer or you have any questions, you can contact Rose Powell at 423-316-0384. And the next thing that I have for you guys is a free screening that is brought to you by Resilient Georgia, Family Connection, and Building a Region of Resilience. This documentary is virtual. It will be Saturday, March 13th, 9 to 10:30, and you can register online. And the documentary just talks about the effects of abuse and neglect on children and how it can affect them throughout their lives and things that you can do to help them with that. And then also a big Family Connection event that we have coming up is the Blue Ribbon Glow Run, and that is for child abuse awareness and prevention. The date is Friday, April the 22nd at Dade County High School. The gates will open at 8 o'clock and the race starts at 9. It's not a timed race. It is not anything official. It's just for fun. We'll have agency booths set up, handing out glow supplies. We'll also have Kona Ice set up this year, selling ices for the benefits will go to the Children's Advocacy Center. Registration is open for that, and you can go to Run Sign Up and search Blue Ribbon Glow Run, or you can go to the link on the flyer. If you register, you get a free shirt. If you register, you get a free shirt. But if you miss registration that closes March the 15th, we still want you to come. So if you miss registration that ends March the 15th, still come out in April and have a good time, and you can just wear anything. You'll get some free glow stuff, and it'll be a good time. So next we have 4 Points parenting classes. They offer free parenting classes every Monday night at Trenton United Methodist Church. And if the time of 7 to 8:30 doesn't work for you, then you can contact them and they will work with you on setting up a virtual time that will work for you. The contact for that is afeely.4points@yahoo.com, and Feely is Feely. 4 Points does so many services, and they're located in Catoosa, but they serve Dade County, so you can check out all the things that they offer at 4pointsinc.org. And last for me is the St. Catherine Drexel Fish Fry. It will be every Friday night from 5 to 7. It's $8 for fish, side, dessert, and a drink. And it's every Friday from 5 to 7 until April 14th or during Lent. And they will give proceeds from this fish fry to local charities, including Dade First Family Connection, Light in the Mountain, Friends of the Dade County Library, A Hand Up Ministries, Dade County Historical Society, and Trenton United Methodist Fine Arts Council. That's all that I have.
Thank you so much, Martha. Next, we'll hear from Dade County Executive Ted Rumley with our weekly update and COVID-19 report.
Good afternoon. Hope everyone's having a good day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, as yesterday evening. I tell you, it was just almost a perfect evening. I'll go over a few things here before I go into our COVID report. Tonight at 6, in this room, we will have our commission meeting. We'll have our work session as always at 6, and then we'll follow right into our regular meeting for the month of March. And it's hard to believe that March is here, but man, it's already clicking. But also the driver services people will be here on site next Monday. A lot of you get your Mondays mixed up. I know there were several people came in this Monday and thought it was, but you can always call here at the office or look online. Carey keeps that posted if you get your days mixed up. I had one guy here Monday that drove all the way from this side of Cedartown. His birthday was, and he was worried and he thought that we're here on Mondays, because what's kind of odd about it, we're the only driver's services office where you can actually renew your license and all. It's open on Monday. in the whole state, as far as I know. I mean, unless they changed it last week. The reason that being is, a lot of you don't know this, but we supplement these people's pay that come in, and also the lineman school. They actually, we split the cost on it. Actually, they pay a little bit more than we do right now to have these people come in because of their boards with CDLs, and plus it is a benefit for our people here. And if you moved here and you're new, the reason that we really stress this is because if you had to do that, a year or so ago before we got these people in here, we had to drive all the way over to Rock Springs, which is about a 35 mile drive or 40, So anyway, it's just a good thing. But they will be here next Monday. Our next joint comprehensive plan meeting will be March the 15th. It'll be here in this room. It'll be at 1 o'clock, and everyone's welcome for that. Storm shelter progress. I reported this morning on Evan's show there. We're practically finished with the one down here. I think they've got some HVAC stuff they're finished and just some small stuff. And as soon as this weather, as soon as it dries up right there in Rising Fund, they've already got concrete poured. We can get the cranes and all in there and set up. They will erect that building. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be out at Davis. Maybe the weather will go ahead and break and give us some good weather out there. And maybe we can get that land cleared before leaves, and I'll come get on the trees and get that site prepared for the footers. And that, that brings me to the North Dade property up there. That property there, we're working with the school system. I've mentioned this a couple of times in the last week or so. On a land trade, we own where the football field and the bus barn and all that is. It belongs to Dade County, and they've had it leased for like $1 a month or $1 a year, or whatever, for a long time. But that property up there is a lot more important to us than that over there, because we can never use it. It is school property. They've got some plans for that, so it'll be a win-win for us. We're going to wind up with that. There'll be a storm shelter built up there for those people in that area, and plus many other things will happen to that building that's there. We hope to have storage there in some of it, and there'll be a lot that we can do to help that community, and all of Dade County will be able to benefit from it. We are working on a deal here with the little piece of property there by the Bank of Dade. I mentioned that this morning, mentioned it last week. We need to relocate our voters precinct, and then we are going to do that. We were going to put them in the depot there before it burned, and it's just too far gone to actually renovate for that. And it'll be a much more central place there, easier to get in and out, and handicap accessible and all. So anyway, that's something that we hope will happen. Will actually be after May, probably June, because we're going to take some of the proceeds that we receive out of the property we have for sale over in Back Valley, and that's what we'll use for that. That way we won't be dipping in any tax money or anything like that. We'll just kind of reinvest that money down there, and it'll help us build that spot. And so that's the other thing I was going to talk about was the land. That should be posted next week, according to the people that's handling it, and it will run for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks there online, and you'll be able to go over and walk the land. We've got that. We had a surveyor come in. They've actually marked all the lines over there, and there'll be brochures here that they'll leave throughout all of Trenton, really, and you'll be able to drive over there and look at that land, get out and walk it, and look and see what it is. And if you're really interested, you can bid online, or at the end of the online sale, they will have on the 15th of I think they've got it set up for the 15th of April. They will actually have a tent set up. We will over there, and we'll have an auction there. What will happen? They'll open the bid up for the highest bid as far as anyone has bid on that property. If you want like lot 3 or 4 or whatever, or track 3 or 4, and then they'll open the bid up there, and if nobody bids, you'll receive that. If you're the highest bidder. Or they'll put it together and sell it as a whole, from what I understand, all of it together. So, it's a pretty good process, but it's a fair process where everyone will have a chance to look at it and bid on it. Let's see, I mentioned today also the Murphy Hall thing we got going over there. They've been over there last week before last, and kind of going in between rains. We're getting that prep for spring. That's going to be one of our paving projects that we do. I'm not sure we're going to have to do. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do all of it, but we'll do a big majority over there because we've got other roads that's got to have it too, the pavement. But we'll be able to really make it look better than make it better than it's been in a long time. The animal shelter, I mentioned that a week or so ago when I've been talking there with Alex, with the city there. We've got a really good plan now, as far as the Canton. We went down to Canton a couple of years ago, and we do have some drawings from them. I mentioned this morning, Alex has gotten in touch with the engineer that drew the plans, and they're going to split the plans in half, make it more the size that we need here in Dade County. It will go right now at the down behind the transfer station, and it's a really, really good spot for it to be open. We'll be able to handle, larger animals. We'll have enough room there to have a fence. If we have, like a few years ago, we had some cattle that we had to, had to actually take to another farm to keep that was starving. It'll be a good facility, and it's something that, a few years ago when I first came in as a commissioner, I would have probably argued with is if we need anything like that, and but man, today it's just amazing. Every year it gets worse and worse. We get more and more calls, and I don't know whether it's because we live here on the 3 states, Tennessee and Alabama, but we get a tremendous amount of calls from out on the mountain everywhere. Alabama, ties into Dade County, so it's something that we got to make it. We've been talking about forever. It's been voted on all these years, and we got to make it a reality. So hopefully, by this time next year, as I said this morning, we'll have the structure up anyway and have it going our way, and we'll keep everyone informed on that. So that's something else. It's a positive thing. The Tire Amnesty Day. I know give me the date on that again. Is it? I know you got it posted. Isn't it the 15th?
Actually, we just got the approval today, so it hasn't been posted yet. We just got the final approval from the state. So I think it is the 15th. We'll share that as soon as.
Be sure to put it on, because I've had a few people call about it, and it is important. There's a lot of people out there that do have old tires around their home. A lot of times you'll say, well, yeah, let's save those tires. I might put them on a trailer, but years go by and you look and they're still in your garage, or they've gotten thrown out in your yard. But it's a good day. It's a good day to get rid of them. Don't cost you anything. And Carey will post, the roofs. I think the roofs will probably stay the same as they were last year.
It is still a residential.
Yeah, it's
type.
a residential tire.
It's not for large tires.
The commercial big tractor tires.
Right.
But we do take those, but we charge for them down there. So and so just we'll update you on it verbally, but she'll also have it online as soon as we got the definite date. Have been working with since the first of the year actually with GFA on this property here by the creek down here that we hope that will actually, that should happen probably in May also at their May meeting. We're working with them on the transfer of it from the Water Authority to us, and we've got some really nice things that we want to do with that property. All commissioners, we've talked about it, and they really are for it. I mean, it would be such a great thing to have a place like that to be able to go and not be on private property, to be that would be your property to go down and enjoy, to actually picnic or whatever, put your boat in, canoe. I sound like a broke record saying that, but it's, you wouldn't believe the support I've had people in the grocery stores, talking about this, and that would be the initial thing right now, would be the recreational part of it. We'll have a kind of a nature area that you can walk all the way around the property there. It won't be paved now, but it'll be maybe a nice walk that we can keep bush hogging mowed, and it'll be just a nice place to go. And then we'll, as the years go by, we'll go ahead and start the permitting process, for a reservoir. And one day when that is built, we'll still maintain what we have there. We may have to move some things around, but hopefully there'll be a walking track around the whole area, and then we'll have a really nice place, where you can camp and enjoy the water, and just getting away with that, going too far away from Trenton or Dade County. Let me see if there's anything I've left off here.
The date for that tire amnesty is May 7th.
The what now?
May 7th is the date for tire amnesty.
May 7th. Okay, that's set in stone now.
It is set in stone, and the backup day is the 14th.
Okay, so the next week would be the backup date, but May the 7th. So put that down, and we'll be reminding you as time goes by, because we've got quite a bit of time here between now and then to get some things together. Vaccinations, we're still doing wide open downstairs. They're doing the vaccine. You need to call for an appointment, or they will take a few walk-ins, as I've said before. But it's best, if you want to go in and get out, would be to call. They're not doing any testing, as we've said. They haven't in months and months done any testing, but you can still go through. There's places here in Trenton you have to pay for that here in Trenton, but to primary health care, loss of medical. Now, primary does, they do take insurance cards, which most of these do, but they do a sliding scale. So that's something you'd have to talk to them about as far as, whether you'd have to pay there or not. Price Pharmacy, CVS Pharmacy, the family practice up there at Lookout Valley, there at Tiftonia at Walmart. But they do offer free testing over at Ringo to Colonnade, and they do it on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 6. And it is a drive-through too. I've said it 1,000 times, but it is really nice to go through and not have to get out of your car. And they do that. And and of course the at-home kits, I know several people that have received those kits in the mail, and they're still, from what I understand, available. Anything I left off for going that you can think of? Said a lot,
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I think we got it all today.
We've covered quite a bit, but I'll go into our COVID report, and we talked a little bit about it on the radio this morning, and yes, people are kind of, I guess, breathing easier. The weather is nice outside now. You can get outside, thank goodness, and enjoy yourself. Of course, winter's not over yet, but it is getting, the weather's more favorable as far as getting out. But we still, we hit 37 positives in Dade County in 14 days, and last week it was in the 40s, I think, wasn't it? So we are going down some.
We are. All the numbers are down.
But still, though, it's still there. Still don't let your guard down. Because we just don't want to. We got down to 0, if you remember, a month or so ago, and we was hitting like 2 or 3, and then all at once, Halloween came or Thanksgiving, whatever, and it shot up there. 20, then 30, 40, and we got all the way up to 100. We was averaging. So just try to be safe. But anyway, we've had 37 positive in the last 2 weeks. That put our total number up to 2,505 in Dade County since the beginning. And we've had 98 hospitalizations, and we've had 25 people die from COVID in Dade County since the beginning. Walker County, now they had 166, a lot larger county, 166 in the last 2 weeks were positive. That put Walker's number at 13,396. Catoosa County, they've had 136 in the last 2 weeks. That put their top number at 12,345 in Catoosa County. Chattooga County, they've had 35 in the last 2 weeks. That puts their number at 5,244 in Chattooga. Moving down to Hamilton County. Hamilton County, as we speak right now, they've got 783 active cases in Hamilton County. Their total number right now is 98,468 from day one. They've had actually 96,608 out of that 98,468 that's recovered from the virus. But they've had 1,077 people die in Hamilton County since the beginning of the COVID. Marion County, right now they have 89 active cases. Their top number is 8,786. They've had 8,574 recoveries. They've had 123 deaths in Marion County. Grundy County, they have 30 active right now in Grundy. Their number is 3,960 since day one. They've had 3,861 recoveries, and they've had 69 deaths in Grundy County. Moving down to Jackson County, Alabama. Jackson County, they have had 24 cases test positive in 7 days. They give theirs in different intervals in Tennessee and Georgia. So in 7 days, they've had 24 cases test positive. Their top number is 14,931 in Jackson County. They've had 228 deaths in Jackson County also. DeKalb County, they actually have had 29 cases in the last 7 days. DeKalb County, right now, their top number is 18,574, and they've had 313 deaths in DeKalb County since the beginning. So, they're the numbers. I mean, actually, you can look at it however you want. I mean, but try to wear your face mask when you really, use common sense, like I've said 10,000 times. You can tell if you're uncomfortable and you're in a, whether at a wedding, funeral, or whatever. Don't be bashful to wear your mask. Wear it. If you're around people that you don't know, that could be carriers or whatever, and or around children or whatever. And also, try to use your distancing. I mean, it's just something right now until we start reading and hitting 0, 0, 0. I feel right in telling you that. I just got to.
We do have a question, and the question is there any comment on the forest fire that somebody said was going on? Do we have anything to worry about? Do you have any updates about that?
Georgia Forestry is doing a controlled burn. We have spoken with Heath. What's a controlled burn? What's the question there?
The question was, do we have any comments on the forest fire that somebody said was going on? Do we have anything to worry about? And we've spoken with Heath, and he said it was just a controlled burn.
Okay, so it is. Yeah. It's something they're doing. And what a controlled burn is, a lot of people don't realize it is, that landowner can show proof that he does have dozers and he control, or what the Georgia Forestry, they go out and they charge so much per acre, and they will do a controlled burn on your farm if you feel that you want to do that. And they'll put a fire break all the way around it, and they'll maintain it that day, monitor it, and they'll set it on fire. And years and years ago, a lot of you don't remember this, but I know when I was growing up, most people, a lot of you farmers, they burn their fields off and burn the woods off every year. Main reason they burn the woods off is it control a lot of the ticks and stuff, and the insects in the forest. And so that's what a controlled burn, and evidently that's what they're doing right now. I haven't even noticed. I've been in the office. It wasn't what part of the county it's in, did you?
It is on Hatfield Road. They're burning off 126 acres.
South Dade, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 126 acres.
Okay, all right. And they, when they do this, when I say they, Georgia Forestry, they don't just go out and set the fire. They monitor the weather. They know all the barometric pressure, all that stuff, before they set a fire. Because if conditions are just right, you won't even have any of the smoke that will settle in the valley. It'll go straight up. It'll go straight up. It's like going up a chimney. And that's ideal conditions. And so they don't just go in and set that. They're trained and they know what they're doing. So.
And this morning you mentioned on KWIN that the permitting is different now for controlled burns and for burns, but during this time of the year, it's still a good thing to call.
Well, a controlled burn like that is different. It's you either got to get, on a large fire, you got to get a permit, or have them come in and do it. But like, used to, if you just had a pile of wood, 10 by 10 or something out here, and you've been cutting limbs and all, you had to get a permit to burn that, Now, if you're there, you got, people there to contain it, you don't have to even get a permit. Yeah, I mean, it's just, but if it is what you would call a commercial brush pile, or if you're burning like off of a clearing, you're clearing a farm or something, yeah, you got to get because I've never, that's for all my life, I mean, most of my life, my grown-up life anyway, you had to call, and most of the time you didn't talk to a person, you went on, and they gave you a burn permit over the phone. And all that changed last year, legislation. I like I said this morning, I don't know what changed it. I don't know who lobbied for it, but that didn't just happen. Some large group had to lobby to make a change that big in Georgia, especially as many fires as we've had in the last 10 years in Dade County even, so. But anyway, is there any more questions?
That's it.
Okay, we appreciate everyone, and I hope you get out today and when you get in from work or whatever, and just enjoy this beautiful day. It's just so pretty out there, and I know winter, we're not finished with it according to Patrick. We will have a few more cold days, but get out and enjoy the weekend because it's supposed to be pretty. And if you don't want to do that, just come here at 6 o'clock and you sit in this room and listen to what we've got to say, or you can watch it on TV. Everything is live. We actually take care of that, and also Evan, he actually he lives it. He streams it from us. I mean, that's the way that y'all are hooked in.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, we appreciate everyone. If you have any questions, my number is 423-667-8999, and we'll talk to you next week. So thank you very much.